How many wives does the Crown Prince of Dubai have? Polygamy in Islamic culture. Polygamy, specifically polygyny, where a man is allowed to have multiple wives, is a practice rooted in Islamic culture and is addressed in Islamic religious texts. It is important to understand this practice within its cultural and religious context. Quranic basis. In Islam, the Quran provides the fundamental guidance on polygamy. The Quran, in Surah An-Nisa 4:3, states that a Muslim man may marry up to 4 women, but only under the condition that he can treat them all justly and equally. This scripture is often cited as the religious basis for polygamy in Islamic culture. Conditions and limitations. The practice comes with strict conditions. The Quran emphasizes justice and fairness among wives. If a man fears that he cannot deal justly with multiple wives, he is advised to marry only one. The stipulation of equal treatment is crucial and includes financial support, time, and emotional care. Historical context. Historically, polygamy was practiced in many cultures and was not unique to Islam. In the early Islamic era, polygamy was also a way to ensure the welfare of widows and orphans, especially after wars which left many without financial support. Modern interpretation and practice. The practice of polygamy varies greatly in the modern Muslim world. In some countries, it's relatively common, while in others, it's rare. Factors influencing this variation include local cultural practices, economic conditions, and the laws of the country. Some Islamic nations have additional legal requirements for a man to marry more than one wife, such as obtaining consent from a previous wife or demonstrating financial capability. Legal status in different countries. The legality of polygamy varies across Muslim-majority countries. Some, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, allow it without significant restrictions, whereas others, like Tunisia and Turkey, have banned the practice. There are also countries where it's legally permitted but not widely practiced due to social changes and economic challenges. Social perspectives. Within the Muslim community, there are diverse opinions about polygamy. Some view it as a part of Islamic tradition that is still relevant, while others argue that it was context-specific and not intended as a general rule. There's also a growing debate about women's rights and gender equality in relation to polygamy. Global Muslim communities. In countries where Islam is not the majority religion, Muslim communities must navigate their religious practices with the laws of the land, which often do not permit polygamy. This has led to varied adaptations and interpretations of Islamic teachings on marriage in different cultural contexts. Sheikh Hamdan's marital status. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, is a figure of significant public interest, and his personal life, particularly his marital status, often attracts attention. Here's what is known based on public information. Marriage announcement. Sheikh Hamdan, also popularly known by his poetic pseudonym Fazza, was reported to have been married in May 2019. His wedding was a private affair, and the details were not widely publicized. The marriage was part of a larger celebration that also included the weddings of his 2 brothers. Private ceremony. The wedding ceremony was private and traditional. As per Emirati culture and royal family customs, such events are often kept away from the public eye. The details about the ceremony, including the venue and the specifics of the event, were not extensively shared with the media or the public. Spouse's identity. Sheikh Hamdan married Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Al Maktoum. Little is publicly known about Sheikha, as she, like many members of the royal families in the Gulf region, maintains a private life away from media spotlight. Public appearances and social media. Sheikh Hamdan is active on social media, particularly on platforms like Instagram, where he shares aspects of his public and adventurous life. However, he is known to keep his personal life, including his marital life, private. He rarely shares information or images related to his family or private affairs. Children. Sheikh Hamdan is known to have children. He announced the birth of his twins, a boy and a girl named Rashid and Sheikha, in May 2021. The announcement was made through his social media, where he shared a picture of the newborn's feet. More recently, in 2023, he announced the birth of another child. Lack of further details. Beyond these facts, there is limited information available to the public about Sheikh Hamdan's marital life. He has not disclosed more details about his family or his wife, adhering to the privacy norms typically observed by members of the Gulf royal families. Public curiosity and speculation. Due to his high-profile status and the private nature of his personal life, there is often public curiosity and speculation about Sheikh Hamdan's marital status and family life. However, in the absence of official information, these remain speculative. Royal privacy. The concept of privacy for members of royal families, including Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, is a significant aspect of their public life. Here are key points regarding royal privacy based on public information. Cultural norms and traditions. In many royal families, especially in the Gulf region, there is a strong cultural norm to keep personal and family matters private. This tradition is deeply rooted in respect for personal boundaries and the desire to maintain a distinction between public duties and private life. Media approach to royal families. The media often respects these boundaries, especially in regions where there is a close relationship between the state and the royal family. In the UAE, for instance, the media typically refrains from intruding into the personal lives of the royal family members unless information is officially released. Public appearances and communication. Members of royal families, including Sheikh Hamdan, often appear in public for official duties, state functions, and charity events. While they are visible in these public roles, they usually do not discuss their private lives in these settings. Their communication is often focused on their public roles and responsibilities. Social media presence. Many royals, like Sheikh Hamdan, use social media platforms to connect with the public. However, they generally use these platforms to highlight their work, cultural events, or personal interests, rather than to share intimate details of their private lives. Sheikh Hamdan, for instance, is known for his Instagram posts showcasing his adventurous lifestyle and love for sports and nature. Respect for privacy. There is a general understanding and respect for the privacy of royal families among the public and the press. Intrusive speculation or reporting about their private lives is often viewed as disrespectful or in poor taste. Legal protections. In some countries, there are legal protections in place to safeguard the privacy of royal family members. These can include laws against paparazzi-style photography or reporting on private matters without consent. Global variations. The extent of privacy and how it is maintained varies globally among royal families. In some European monarchies, for example, there is a greater openness about personal lives, whereas in the Gulf monarchies, a higher level of privacy is maintained. Balancing act. Royals often balance their public and private roles. They participate in public engagements and use their status to promote charitable causes or cultural initiatives, while keeping their personal lives, including aspects like marriages and children, away from the public eye.
Segment 1, the Royal Celebration. In the heart of Dubai, a royal celebration unfolded, marking an extraordinary moment in the history of the city known for its grandeur and opulence. The joyous occasion was none other than the Eid wedding of three distinguished princes, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai, and Sheikh Ahmed, Chairman of the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Knowledge Foundation. The significance of this celebration went beyond a typical wedding. These three grooms were not just ordinary individuals. They were the sons of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and ruler of Dubai. The union of the royal family members brought an unparalleled sense of joy and happiness, not only to the family itself, but also to the entire nation. As the news of the impending nuptials spread, it became clear that this was not a regular wedding, but a grand spectacle. The official celebrations were destined to be on a scale befitting the stature of the Dubai royal family. The guest list, as expected, was a who's who of the region's elite, with dignitaries, ministers, and prominent businessmen gathering to witness and partake in the joyous affair. The significance of the celebration was highlighted by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces. Offering his heartfelt congratulations, he took to Twitter, stating, "With joy and happiness, I congratulate my brother Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid on the wedding of his children Hamdan, Maktoum, and Ahmed." His words echoed the sentiment of the entire nation, acknowledging the completeness of the Eid joy through the union of these royal siblings. The celebration was not merely a private affair, it was a national event that captured the imagination of people across the UAE. Laila Al-Meheri, who witnessed the celebrations, captured the essence of the moment, saying, "All the country is happy today." No, her words reflected the collective happiness that permeated the nation as its first sons of the Dubai royal family embarked on the journey of marriage, and not just one son, but three, marrying together in a historic union. Long before the official guests arrived at the Dubai World Trade Center, where the festivities took place, crowds began to gather outside the venue. The anticipation was palpable, and the venue, a symbol of Dubai's modernity, was to host a celebration deeply rooted in tradition and culture. The wedding celebrations were a culmination of a series of events, including the official Islamic wedding that took place on May 15th. The public and media interest in the private celebrations was immense, and social media platforms were abuzz with updates and glimpses into the opulent affair. The external markers of the grandeur were evident, with the car park filling with Range Rovers bearing multi-million dirham number plates, a distinctive trademark of the UAE's elite. As the men adjusted their traditional attire in car mirrors and tinted windows, the scene painted a picture of a celebration where every detail was carefully curated. The royal celebration was not just about the spectacle, it was a reflection of the unity and solidarity among the people. Neighborhoods in smaller cities, including Shamka and Shahama in Abu Dhabi and Diba in Fujairah, organized buses to transport groups of men to the celebration. This act of solidarity added a communal touch to the grand celebration, emphasizing that the joy was not confined to Dubai alone, but resonated across the entire UAE. The celebrations were not limited to the wedding day. They were a culmination of a series of events that showcased the rich cultural heritage of the region. The official Islamic wedding on May 15th was followed by the Grand Eid celebration, bringing together family, friends, and the entire nation in a shared moment of joy. As the guests arrived, they were greeted by Emirati Ayala dancers, adding a traditional touch to the festivities. The dancers, with their rhythmic beats, created an atmosphere that celebrated the rich cultural tapestry of the UAE. The cultural elements were not just a performance, they were a reminder of the nation's history and traditions, woven into the fabric of the contemporary royal celebration. Segment 2. The venue and guests. The stage for Dubai's Grand Royal Eid wedding extravaganza was none other than the prestigious Dubai World Trade Center. Nestled in the heart of the city, this iconic venue became the epicenter of a celebration that would go down in history for its opulence and grandeur. As the news of the royal celebration spread, excitement reverberated not only within Dubai, but across the entire nation. Long before the official festivities began, crowds started gathering outside the Dubai World Trade Center, eagerly awaiting a glimpse of the momentous occasion. The venue, symbolic of Dubai's modernity and progress, stood tall against the cityscape, ready to host an event that seamlessly blended tradition with contemporary luxury. The anticipation was heightened by the arrival of luxury vehicles, a fleet of Range Rovers adorned with multi-million dirham number plates, a distinctive symbol of the UAE's elite. The car park, a canvas of luxury, hinted at the grandeur that awaited inside the venue. Men, meticulously dressed in gold or cream bishts, adjusted their traditional gutras and igals in car mirrors or the tinted windows of nearby SUVs, adding to the spectacle that surrounded the celebration. Dubai's royal family, known for their lavish celebrations, curated an event that attracted dignitaries, ministers, and influential businessmen from across the UAE. The guest list was a testament to the stature of the occasion, with prominent figures gathering to witness the union of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed. The guests, representing various sectors and regions, arrived in style, contributing to the overall grandeur of the celebration. The Dubai World Trade Center, typically a hub for business and commerce, transformed into a beacon of celebration, where the boundaries between tradition and modernity blurred. The royal celebration was not confined to Dubai alone. Neighborhoods in smaller cities, including Shamka and Shahama in Abu Dhabi and Diba in Fujairah, organized buses to transport groups of men to the celebration. This gesture of solidarity emphasized that the joy and celebration were not limited to the royal family alone, but extended to every corner of the UAE. As the guests made their way into the Dubai World Trade Center, the opulence continued to unfold. The venue, adorned in pale gold and cream, mirrored the sophisticated attire of the royal family. Social media platforms became a window for the public to peek into the Grand Hall, where a live feed showcased the three grooms, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed, standing shoulder to shoulder with the country's royals. Inside the hall, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers," in Arabic. The corridors were lined with dancers and flowers, creating a visual spectacle that complemented the festive atmosphere. Cream sofas lined one wall, and tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses. Lilies and orchids added a touch of elegance to the venue. Videos shared on social media provided glimpses into the proceedings inside the hall, capturing the essence of the celebration. Guests, including UAE ministers, dignitaries, and prominent businessmen, were seen enjoying the festivities, their smiles reflecting the happiness that permeated the nation on this special occasion. As the evening unfolded, the Dubai World Trade Center set the stage for a reception line where Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid and his sons stood alongside the country's royals to greet and congratulate arriving guests. This symbolic gesture underscored the unity and shared joy experienced by the royal family and the nation as a whole. Segment 3, Traditional Touches. Amidst the grandeur of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza, traditional touches emerged as a poignant and enriching element, adding a unique cultural flavor to the celebration. The union of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed was not just a modern spectacle, but a testament to the rich heritage of the UAE. One of the first traditional elements that greeted the guests as they arrived at the Dubai World Trade Center was the Emirati Ayala dancers. These skilled performers, with their rhythmic beats and captivating movements, welcomed guests at the entrance, setting the tone for a celebration deeply rooted in the nation's culture. The Ayala dance, a traditional dance form, added a touch of authenticity to the grand affair, symbolizing the spirit of the UAE. Inside the venue, a Dubai folk and arts group specializing in the traditional Bedouin dance called Harbi showcased their skills. Ahmed Al-Maziyud, a member of the group, highlighted the significance of these traditional dances, stating, "We don't train for the dance, it is in our brains. We have one heart and one sound, and that is also the foundation of a wedding and a marriage." This traditional dance, passed down through generations, became a living expression of the cultural heritage woven into the fabric of the royal celebration. The cultural elements were not mere performances. They were a connection to the roots of the UAE, a reminder of the nation's history and traditions. In a city known for its modern skyline, these traditional touches served as a bridge between the past and the present, creating a harmonious blend that defined the essence of the celebration. As the sun began to set on Dubai, casting a warm glow over the city, the traditional elements continued to unfold. Dancers outside the venue, seemingly invigorated by the cooling temperature, performed the Lewa dance and other maritime songs. These performances, deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of the UAE, added a layer of authenticity to the festivities. The Lewa dance, a traditional Emirati dance characterized by graceful movements and vibrant costumes, became a visual spectacle outside Zabil Palace. Against the backdrop of the illuminated palace, dancers continued to mesmerize the audience, their movements reflecting the rich maritime traditions of the region. The marriage of tradition and celebration was beautifully embodied in these performances, creating moments that resonated with the onlookers. The cultural richness extended to the venue's interior, where the largest hall in the Dubai World Trade Center had been transformed into a space that echoed the traditional colors and motifs of the UAE. The decor, in pale gold and cream, not only complemented the men's attire, but also created a backdrop that celebrated the nation's cultural identity. In videos shared on social media, glimpses of the interior revealed a box screen suspended from the ceiling, displaying a live feed of the three grooms and VIPs. Cream sofas lined one wall, providing a regal setting for the celebrations. Tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses, lilies and orchids added a touch of elegance, merging tradition with contemporary aesthetics. As the guests navigated through corridors lined with dancers and flowers, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers" in Arabic. These traditional songs served as a musical thread connecting generations, echoing sentiments of unity and familial ties. Segment 4. Inside the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall of the Dubai World Trade Center, adorned in pale gold and cream, became the epicenter of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza. As the guests entered this opulent space, they stepped into a world of elegance, sophistication, and regal celebration that reflected the union of tradition and modernity. The videos shared on social media provided glimpses into the interior, capturing the essence of the festivities. A box screen suspended from the ceiling displayed a live feed of the three grooms, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed, alongside VIPs, creating a visual spectacle for those inside. Cream sofas lined one wall, providing a regal setting for the celebration, and tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses, lilies, and orchids added a touch of grace to the ambiance. The reception line, a symbolic space where Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid and his sons stood alongside the country's royals, set the stage for well wishes and congratulations. As the guests approached the line, the air was filled with an atmosphere of joy and unity. The first in line to receive congratulations was Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, followed by his brother Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid, deputy ruler of Dubai and minister of finance, and then the three grooms. Among the attendees were UAE ministers, dignitaries, and prominent businessmen, each adding their presence to the celebratory atmosphere. The ceremony, conducted with smooth precision, echoed the well-organized nature of the entire event. Guests expressed their happiness, with one attendee, Hamdan al-Samt, describing the atmosphere as spectacular and highlighting the seamless flow of the ceremony. Inside the hall, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting traditional songs that celebrated familial ties. The lyrics, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers" in Arabic, became a musical thread connecting the present to the past, emphasizing the unity and shared history of the nation. The grandeur of the celebration extended beyond the visual and auditory aspects. The venue, the largest hall in the Dubai World Trade Center, served as a canvas where tradition and modernity were masterfully blended. The decor, with its traditional colors and motifs, provided a cultural backdrop that honored the heritage of the UAE. The celebration inside the Grand Hall was not just about the royal family. It was a representation of the happiness and collective joy of the nation. Muhammad Abdullah, one of the guests who arrived on one of the Roads and Transport Authority buses, expressed, "I think a lot of people won't understand the relationship between us and the Crown Prince. And when he's happy, everyone is happy." This sentiment echoed the deep connection between the royal family and the people of the UAE. As the evening progressed, the Grand Hall continued to be a hub of festivities. The celebration was not confined to formalities. It was a dynamic and vibrant expression of joy. The nation's happiness was palpable as the guests, dressed in their finest attire, shared in the revelry. In the hall, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, as the father of the grooms, stood as a central figure, radiating pride and joy. His presence added a layer of significance to the celebration, emphasizing the familial bonds that were being forged on this special occasion. The Grand Hall, meticulously decorated to match the men's outfits, created a harmonious atmosphere that resonated with the cultural identity of the UAE. Cream sofas, where guests could relax and share in the joy of the celebration, formed an integral part of the setting. As the guests drifted away from the Dubai World Trade Center, the festivities were set to continue at Zabil Palace, spectacularly lit for the event. More dancers were poised to perform the Lewa dance and other maritime songs, extending the celebration into the night. Segment 5, the evening festivities. As the sun dipped below the Dubai skyline, casting a warm glow over the city, the evening festivities of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding unfolded at Zabil Palace. This final chapter of the grand celebration promised to be a continuation of the opulence and cultural richness that had defined the day. Zabil Palace, the residence of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and ruler of Dubai, served as the picturesque backdrop for the evening celebration. The palace, illuminated for the special occasion, stood as a symbol of grandeur and tradition, setting the stage for the magical moments that were about to unfold. The illuminated palace not only marked the continuation of the celebration, but also added a touch of enchantment to the night. Against this stunning backdrop, more dancers were poised to perform, bringing the traditional Lewa dance and other maritime songs to life. The dancers, seemingly invigorated by the cooling temperature, continued to mesmerize the audience, their movements reflecting the rich maritime traditions of the region. The Lewa dance, a traditional Emirati dance characterized by graceful movements and vibrant costumes, became a visual spectacle outside Zabil Palace. The dancers, with their rhythmic motions and colorful attire, created an atmosphere of joy and celebration that resonated with the onlookers. The marriage of tradition and celebration was beautifully embodied in these performances, creating moments that would be etched in the memories of those present. The enchanting setting of Zabil Palace served as the perfect backdrop for the Lewa dance and other cultural performances. Against the majestic architecture and illuminated surroundings, the evening festivities became a tapestry of tradition and modernity, a reflection of the nation's commitment to preserving its rich cultural heritage. The festivities were not limited to external performances alone. Inside Zabil Palace, more magical moments awaited the guests. The palace, known for its regal interiors and exquisite design, provided an intimate setting for further celebrations. As the night unfolded, the guests were treated to a continuation of the joyous atmosphere that had characterized the entire day. The Laiwa dance, with its historical significance and cultural relevance, was not merely a performance. It was a celebration of the nation's identity. Each movement, each beat of the drums resonated with the traditions that had been passed down through generations. The evening festivities, both outside and inside Zabil Palace, were a testament to the commitment of the royal family to uphold and celebrate the cultural heritage of the UAE. As the guests continued to revel in the evening festivities, the palace became a hub of joy and camaraderie. The illuminated beauty of Zabil Palace added a sense of magic to the night, creating an ambiance that complemented the cultural performances and added to the overall enchantment of the celebration. Zabeel Palace, steeped in history and significance, provided a fitting venue for the culmination of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza. The festivities extending into the night served as a grand finale to a day filled with love, tradition, and unity. The cultural performances, both traditional and contemporary, showcased the diversity and vibrancy of the UAE, leaving a lasting impression on those fortunate enough to witness the spectacle. In the final moments of the evening, the last word went to the father of the grooms, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. Taking to Twitter, he shared a heartfelt message. "May happiness and peace always surround my family, my homeland, and my people." This message, along with a collection of pictures from the event, encapsulated the essence of the day, a celebration that transcended the royal family and touched the hearts of the entire nation. As the evening festivities drew to a close, Zabeel Palace stood as a testament to the harmonious blend of tradition and modernity that defined Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza. The illuminated beauty of the palace echoed the radiance of the celebrations, creating a visual spectacle that marked this day as a truly remarkable chapter in the history of Dubai.
Have you ever wondered why Fazza, despite his public persona, keeps his marital life so private? Dive into the captivating world of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai and the favorite son of ruler Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Discover why he never reveals his wife to anyone and unravel the untold stories of his immense wealth and opulent existence. Let's talk about his fascinating lifestyle. Sheikh Hamdan is not only rich, with a fortune of over $18 billion, but he's also incredibly good-looking and lives a life many can only dream of. He's passionate about traditional royal hobbies like falconry, horse riding, and the thrill of Formula One racing. His life is a blend of luxury with magnificent palaces, private yachts, and even a personal zoo. But Sheikh Hamdan is much more than just his wealth. He's a sports enthusiast, a poet, and an avid traveler, engaging actively in social causes. He's widely loved and respected for his hard work and dedication. Despite his public persona, Sheikh Hamdan is private about his personal life, especially his marriage. This adds an air of mystery around him. His mother, Hind bint Maktoum, the first wife of Sheikh Mohammed, is known for her private nature and dedication to her family. Sheikh Hamdan has 11 siblings, with him being the fourth child. He was educated alongside his older brother Rashid at an elite school in Dubai, followed by studies in the UK at the prestigious Royal Military Academy Sandhurst and the London School of Economics. Although initially his elder brother Rashid was in line for the throne, circumstances led to Sheikh Hamdan becoming the heir. Hamdan's journey to becoming the heir was unexpected. His elder brother Rashid was initially the designated successor, but on February 1st, 2008, Sheikh Hamdan took the oath as the new heir. The switch in succession was shrouded in mystery, with rumored reasons ranging from a serious crime committed by Rashid to his struggles with addiction. Tragically, in 2015, Sheikh Hamdan's world was shaken by the mysterious death of his brother Rashid. While some reports suggested natural causes, others hinted at more dramatic circumstances. Hamdan expressed his deep sorrow on social media, calling Rashid his best friend and childhood comrade. Sheikh Hamdan is not just a figure of authority. He's a celebrity in his own right. Affectionately nicknamed Aladdin by his fans, he showcases his extravagant lifestyle on social media. From yachts and luxury cars to his love for adrenaline-pumping activities like diving, parachuting, and snowboarding, Hamdan's life is a spectacle of opulence. He's not just about speed and thrill. His love for nature is evident too. He's deeply involved in wildlife conservation and even has a personal nursery for rare animals like white tigers near his palace. On Instagram, under the name Fazza, meaning the one who rushes to help, Sheikh Hamdan shares glimpses of his life and passions. He's a respected poet known for his lyrical and patriotic verses and a champion for various charitable causes, including the Dubai Autism Center. The royal family's privacy is intensely guarded, but in 2010, WikiLeaks released some controversial information about Sheikh Hamdan. These included allegations about his personal life, which were quickly removed from the site, a rare occurrence for WikiLeaks. This action sparked rumors that Sheikh Mohammed himself might have intervened to protect his son's reputation. Remember, these are unconfirmed rumors. On a personal note, Sheikh Hamdan's private life remains mostly out of the public eye. In 2019, he married Sheikha bint Said, his cousin. 2 years later, in 2021, he joyfully announced the birth of his twin children, Rashid and Shaiha, on his Instagram. In our latest update from February 2020, 2023, Sheikh Hamdan welcomed a new addition to his family, a baby boy named Mohammed. But there's an intriguing aspect of his life. You won't find any photos of the Crown Prince and his wife together on his Instagram. Respecting the customs of Muslim society, Sheikh Hamdan keeps his family life private, steering clear of any public display. This brings us to the big question: how content is Prince Fazza in his personal life? And will he expand his family further? These are mysteries that add to the allure of the prince's persona. Fazza, the Crown Prince of Dubai, got married in 2019. His wife is Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Al Maktoum. They had a private wedding that followed the traditions of the United Arab Emirates. The same day, Fazza's two brothers also got married. Not much is known about Sheikha or their life together because they keep it private. This is common in the UAE, especially for royal families. People in the UAE were happy about the marriage, even though there wasn't a big public celebration. The royal family likes to keep their personal lives out of the public eye, and that's what they did for Fazza's wedding. When there's not much information about something, people often start to guess or make up stories. This is what happened with Fazza's marriage. Since Fazza and his family didn't share many details about his wife and their life together, the media and people started to guess and create rumors. This is pretty common, especially when it's about someone famous like Fazza. There's also a lot of interest from the public in the lives of famous people. People want to know about them, but at the same time, these famous people have a right to keep their personal life private. It's important to find a balance. For Fazza, he chooses to keep his marriage and private life out of the spotlight. This means he shares very little about his personal life, and people respect that. So even though people are curious, they understand that Fazza wants to keep his private life just that, private. Fazza is known for valuing his privacy, especially when it comes to his personal and family life. This preference for privacy is clear in how he handles his public appearances and what he shares on social media. Fazza is quite active on social media platforms like Instagram, where he often posts about his adventures, passions, and official duties. However, he rarely shares anything about his private life, particularly concerning his wife and family. Looking at Fazza's social media, it's clear that he enjoys sharing his love for sports, poetry, and nature. He often posts pictures and videos of his outdoor adventures, horse riding, and other sports activities. These posts reflect his adventurous spirit and love for the outdoors. He also shares his work as the Crown Prince, giving people a glimpse into his professional life and responsibilities. However, when it comes to his personal life, Fazza is much more reserved. He has never publicly discussed his reasons for this, but it aligns with the cultural norms in the UAE, where privacy is highly valued, especially among the royal family. This approach is respected by his followers, who enjoy the content he chooses to share while understanding his decision to keep his personal life private. Fazza's decision to maintain privacy can be seen as a way to protect his and his family's personal space, allowing them to live their lives away from the constant scrutiny of the public eye. This preference for privacy is a personal choice that is widely respected, both within the UAE and by his international followers. Divorce rumors. One of the most talked about rumors is Sheikh Hamdan's supposed divorce from Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Al Maktoum. This topic has garnered considerable attention, with discussions suggesting a behind-the-scenes divorce agreement. However, it's crucial to note the lack of concrete evidence supporting these claims. Much of what is circulated falls into the realm of speculation rather than confirmed fact. It's important to approach such sensitive topics with caution, especially when there is no official confirmation or substantial proof to back up the claims. Even though all the drama, those rumors are not true, as Fazza and his wife announced their third child together. Multiple wives speculation. Another intriguing speculation is that Sheikh Hamdan might have more than one wife. Rumors suggest he could be married to two wives, including Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Al Maktoum. However, there is no solid evidence to confirm these claims. In the UAE, cultural traditions and Islamic law permit Muslim men to have up to 4 wives if they can treat them equally. This cultural aspect might contribute to the rumors about Sheikh Hamdan's marital status. Yet, without official confirmation from Sheikh Hamdan or verified sources, such rumors remain unconfirmed.
Sheikh Hamdan, also known as Fazza, is the Crown Prince of Dubai. He's not just a leader, he's also famous for many other things. Fazza loves writing poetry, and people really like his poems. He writes about love, his country, and important issues in society. He's also really into sports and adventure. Fazza loves horse riding, skydiving, and other exciting sports. This shows he's brave and likes to have fun. He uses these sports to help make Dubai known as a great place for tourism and adventure. Fazza also does a lot of charity work. He helps with education, health, and taking care of the environment. This shows he cares about making life better for people in the UAE. He's also pretty active on social media, like Instagram, where lots of people follow him. He shares pictures and stories about his work and his adventures. This makes him seem friendly and easy to relate to, even though he's royalty. Even with all this going on, Fazza always acts respectfully and keeps up the traditions of his culture. He's good at handling many different roles, as a leader, a sportsman, a poet, and someone who helps others. This mix of roles shows the energy and forward thinking of Dubai's leaders. Being famous like Sheikh Hamdan is can be tough sometimes, especially when it comes to privacy. Since he's the Crown Prince of Dubai, he gets a lot of attention. This means doing normal things like eating out or shopping can be hard, because people always recognize him. He can't just go out and relax without drawing a crowd or the media noticing him. This attention doesn't just affect him. His family and friends also get noticed more because they're close to someone so famous. They have to be really careful about what they do, which can change the way they act around each other. Also, the media is always talking about him. This is good for letting people know what he's doing, but sometimes they get things wrong. Rumors and false information can spread, which can be upsetting for him and his loved ones. In today's world, with social media, this problem is even bigger. Social media is great for talking directly to people, but it can also lead to more rumors and less privacy. Sheikh Hamdan has to be careful about how he uses these platforms. He tries to share with the public, but also keep his private life safe. Privacy is really important for someone like Sheikh Hamdan, who is always in the spotlight. Here's why it's so important for him: making decisions. When he's away from everyone's eyes, Sheikh Hamdan can think more clearly. He can make better decisions without worrying about what everyone else will think. Relaxing. Just like anyone else, he needs a break from being famous. Having private time helps him rest and feel better, so he can do his job as a leader with more energy and focus. Real friendships. It's hard for famous people to know if others like them for who they are or just because they are famous. When he's in private, Sheikh Hamdan can be sure that his friendships and family relationships are real and not just because of his title. Staying safe. Being a well-known person can sometimes be risky. Keeping his personal life private helps keep him and his family safe. Cultural respect. In Sheikh Hamdan's culture, privacy is very important. Respecting his need for privacy is a way of showing respect for his culture. It's about honoring personal space and dignity. When it comes to famous people like Sheikh Hamdan, both the news and the public have a big role to play in respecting their privacy. The news reporters should be careful about what they share. They need to think about whether something is really important for people to know or if it's just being nosy. People who like Sheikh Hamdan should also remember that it's okay to be a fan, but they shouldn't try to know everything about his private life. He's famous, but he also deserves to have his own space just like everyone else. Social media makes things a bit trickier. Even though Sheikh Hamdan might post on Instagram or Twitter, this doesn't mean people should forget about his privacy. Comments and messages should be nice and shouldn't poke into his personal life. What the public chooses to read and talk about also matters a lot. If people show they prefer news that respects privacy, then the news will start to follow this too. This way, everyone can enjoy learning about Sheikh Hamdan's work and life without making him uncomfortable. Sheikh Hamdan's role as the Crown Prince of Dubai places him in a unique position where his actions and decisions have far-reaching implications. His dedication to his official responsibilities, his passion for sports and culture, and his commitment to philanthropy are all facets of his public persona that are greatly admired. However, it's important to recognize that behind this public figure is an individual who values his personal space and privacy.